What is going on, everybody? It is Guardian, and today we're back with yet another deck, and today we're going to be playing something I promised you guys, if I can actually spell it here. Miraidon. There we go. So it's going to be Miraidon. I told you guys on Wednesday for Hydrapple that I was going to be playing Miraidon on Friday. This was something that I said to say it. I didn't expect to actually follow through on it, and I'll tell you why. I don't know how to play Miraidon, so I am very likely going to get fried in this video. But I hope it's enjoyable. So either way, let's go straight into the list. Let's not waste any more time. We're playing a 2-2 Iono's Wattrel Kilowattrel line. This is going to be our draw support. For the entirety of the game, we're going to be using this to be able to draw our cards and be able to get set up during the game, because we do play a hell of a lot of lightning energy, and to be able to just consistently draw up until we have 6 is going to be phenomenal. We also play one copy of Iron Hands, just in case we get an early game setup for an Ampy Very Much KO for a couple of prize cards. It doesn't ever feel terrible. We got 2 copies of Miraidon EX with a tandem unit ability that allows us to search our deck for 2 lightning Pokemon, 2 basic lightning Pokemon, sorry, and put them into our hand. We're playing a 2-2 Tynamo Eelektrik line to be able to use the Dynamotor ability to grab a lightning energy from our discard pile and attach it to this Pokemon. A lot of people were upset that because of the new text on this card that you couldn't actually play it, or you couldn't play the old version, even though everything else is identical. I think that this art is fantastic, and I'm glad I can't play the old version. We play 2 copies of Zekrom EX with the Voltage Burst attack that does 50 more damage to each prize card your opponent has taken, and it also does 30 damage to itself. So basically, sorry for talking so fast. Anyway, so basically what this does is that it allows you to swing very, very hard, harder than Charizard late game, which is always fantastic. We have Zeraora with the second attack Thunder Raid, which allows us to do 210 damage to one of our opponent's benched Pokemon EX. This is going to snipe things like Fezandipiti, Squawkabilly, things like that. Bench sitting EXs like Mew are going to get absolutely terrorized by Zeraora. We also play 1 copy of Mew EX to be able to draw until we have 3 in hand, just in case we don't have the Kilowattrel set up. You know, Mew's always good. Plus, the genome hacking attack is never, ever terrible. It's like Foul Play for Zoroark, except you can actually use Foul Play. And we play 1 copy of Fezandipiti for the draw support. We play 4 copies here of Electric Generator, which allows us to look at the top 5 cards of our deck and attach any number or up to 2 basic lightning energy cards from the top of our deck onto our bench Pokemon in any way that we like. And we play 4 of these, and we play a hell of a lot of energy to be able to make sure that we consistently hit this constantly. We also play 4 copies of Nest Ball, which allow us to search our deck for a basic Pokemon and put it on our bench. We only play 4 evolution Pokemon in this entire deck, so Nest Ball is going to be our main support. 1 copy of Night Stretcher, 1 copy of Prime Catcher for our A-Spec. We play 1 Super Rod because we're going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff here. And just being able to cycle through our deck a little bit quicker is going to be easier to be able to allow us to use our Professor's Research and things like that. Play 4 copies of Ultra Ball to be able to search out our evolution Pokemon, because we don't play Jacques or anything like that. We're not really a big evolution grabbing type of deck, but the Ultra Balls do actually help us a lot in that regard. We play 3 copies of Boss's Orders to be able to pick and choose whatever we knock out. Basically, we're going to be taking bullying basic decks. Basic evolving decks with Iron Hands is basically our game plan. We play 4 copies of Carmine to be able to get that discard your hand and drop to 5 on your first turn. That's always amazing. 1 copy of Iono, just 1, because honestly, we just want to be able to fly through our deck at any time during the game. And we want to get lightning energy and discard pile to use for Dynamotor and things of that nature. 3 copies of Research is also going to help us with that. We play 2 copies of Air Balloon for the retreat. Yeah, Air Balloon is going to be absolutely phenomenal within a deck like this, and it never feels terrible to be able to get that down. We play 1 copy of Bravery Charm to be able to boost up some of the HP of something like Iron Hands, Miraidon, etc., etc. And we play 15 copies of Lightning Energy. So that's going to lighten up the entire deck right there. I'm glad I was able to get that done in about 4 minutes. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into game number 1. So for game number 1, let's go ahead and see how we're going to be put up against our opponent in this one. Hopefully you guys like the Hydrapple video on Wednesday, by the way. And I haven't seen, because I'm pre-recording this on Tuesday night, I haven't actually uploaded Hydrapple yet. So hopefully, you know, things actually end up happening really well. If I hit 100 subs, we're actually really close. We're 5 off of hitting 100, and I'm hoping that the Hydrapple video actually ends up pushing us past that barrier, and we can start getting that momentum. Because I really want this channel to be successful, and I really hope that you guys are also enjoying the videos. Because ever since I came back like 2 weeks ago, we've been on a tear. We've been doing very, very well as of recent. And shout out to the guys that came over from the Haters Guide to Gardevoir video. I'm not gonna lie, I just stood in my living room and crashed out for about 2 minutes with a microphone. So that was fantastic. So I'm actually really glad you guys enjoyed that, and some of you have actually come from here to sort of talk about it in that sort of regard. So either way, let's go ahead and wait for our opponent to decide whether we go first or second. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just figure out what's going on once our opponent actually decides to play the game. All right, so our opponent is going to be going first right here, which is going to open us up to being able to use the use cards, our supporters. But we draw into absolutely nothing. Yeah, this is a very mulligan heavy deck, by the way. So we're going to go ahead and see what exactly is going on as we go over and do the thing. And we start off with a Zeraora and absolutely nothing else to show for it. So we're going to go ahead and just see what else we can do here. We're going to see what our opponent's playing as well. I don't know why I thought Miraidon would be good to play for a video. I'm actually upset with myself that I actually let myself do this. Because like ever since rotation happened, we haven't really gotten all that. Okay, we're playing against whatever this is, Terrapagos. So I am actually sitting here with a blank face because I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm gonna do my best for you, the people, and we're gonna go ahead and just figure out what's going on. They're gonna play Fan Call, grab a couple of Pokemon. You know, the Hoots. The Nest Ball is gonna be coming out right here, probably for I want to say another Terrapagos, possibly. Eevee. Okay, so we are playing with Eevee, an Eevee box type of deck. So I don't know what evolution they're playing. They're probably going to play Flareon Jolteon or something like that. But we do see the basic energy attached to Terrapagos. So we are going to be able to draw our first card of the turn, and we actually end up doing really well here. So we're going to discard both Lightning Energy. We're going to grab a Miraidon. And then we're going to attach the Air Balloon to... We're going to hold that. We're actually going to hold that. We're going to Tandem Unit to grab a Miraidon and a Tynamo. And then we're gonna Miraidon again to grab another Tynamo and like Iron Hands. I think we just grab hands here. That might be the best idea. We're gonna put Air Balloon on the active, and then we're gonna Carmine. See what we get off of this. We get a generator. So let's see how the generator hits. We hit 2 as we should. We're gonna end up attaching the basic lightning energy there. We're gonna come in here and we're already gonna start swinging hard for 160. And they don't have a way to answer for that. We can just boss KO this thing and take a couple of prize cards. But then again, I don't know if they ever boss KO here. Do they have a KO on like anything other than Zeraora? I don't think they do. They can take out a Tynamo, but I don't think that's what they're going to do here. I think we might just be able to take 3 prize cards off rip. Or we boss up something like... Okay, the Crystal does go on the Eevee. The Crispin is going to be coming out. So they are going to be able to use one of the attacks on Eevee, or maybe even Terrapagos. Right? Do they ever just Crown Opal? Yeah, they are going to Crown Opal. So basic, non-normal Pokemon can't do damage. That's fine. I'm not too mad about that, because I can just boss KO things on the bench and just take 2 prize cards that way. Are you weak to lightning? No, you're weak to fighting. That's rough. Okay, so Terrapagos is going to be sitting here. As long as Crown Opal is in effect, we aren't going to be taking a KO on it for the time being. That's rough, but it's fine, because we can deal with this. The Area 0 does end up coming out here. Do they have enough? They need a full bench to be able to get the KO here. And if they do get the KO here, I'm actually going to be very upset. Are 2 of your... No, you're... Okay, so 180, and I can't damage it. But that's fine. I'm okay with this, because I can attach this here, and I can just boss KO like a Fandrodon, right? Or Eevee. I think I just take the Eevee here, right? Because then I can just amp you very much. I take 2 prize cards here. They just attack with Crown Opal, and that's fine. But I'm not going to be too upset about the other options that they choose to do with that. So we do get Electric Generator and a Fez. Maybe we try and hit the generator, grab another 2, and then go for a Thunder Raid next turn. but I also don't have a way to retreat. Oh wait, does Tynamo have free retreat? Yes, it does. Awesome, never mind. I'm speaking far too soon. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. Tynamo has free retreat. I'm good. So if they knock out Iron Hands here, I just retreat and go in with Tynamo. Or I go in with Tynamo, I retreat. And then I try and hit this generator. I bench Fez, and then I maybe draw into another generator, and then I take out the Fez on the bench, and then I just need to take another KO. On like something like an Eevee with Miraidon or something. Maybe I even try and go for Eevee with Miraidon. I don't know. We do play an exorbitant amount of support in this deck, so I'm not really too upset with how we play this out. But either way, maybe we get a Eelektrik or something like that off of Fez. You never know. But either way, Crown Opal is probably going to be the attack of their choosing. Because if they boss KO, then that doesn't really help them. Because then I can just boss up like another Hoot Hoot or something like that. But yeah, it's Professor Turo. Do they ever pick up anything here? They pick up the Knocked Owl. I was thinking maybe they pick up Terrapagos here, but then again, that would actually leave them in a much worse position. So I guess we're going to see what the hell, like our opponent is just going to sit here and just absolutely waste my time. And that's not good. So Night Stretcher is going to be coming out. What did they grab? I actually didn't see what they grabbed there. Eevee. Do you bench the Eevee and just give me another bench snipe, potentially? No, you attach an energy to Eevee. Interesting. So we are going to get attacked here for 180. That's fine. So is this like a stall type deck? Am I supposed to like sit here and weep and see it? Either way, let's go ahead and see what we draw. We draw a Zekrom, which doesn't ever feel terrible, but I think that Fez here is our game plan. So we're going to draw into another Zekrom. Did we hit 2 energy off of this? Why do I even ask? Why do I even ask? 2 attached to the Zeraora. We're going to manual attach here. We're going to retreat Tynamo, although we don't have a Electric down at any right now. Actually, we could Iono. Right? I'm not... Yeah, we're good. We Iono here. Maybe we get Boss or something. Another generator. No, we get Super Rod. So that's fine. We're going to Super Rod 3 energy back in the deck. And then we're going to... No, we're not going to do anything, right? Because we're good. Yeah, we're fine. We're going to go ahead and take out Fez. That's sitting on the bench right there. Beautiful. Just perfect math. See it. And we're going to take another 2 prize cards. Maybe we get another generator. No, we get Electric Nest Ball, which is fine. And our opponent is going to be having a interesting time to deal with this. So... Oh, it's just one of my bench Pokemon. Interesting. So if I'm able to... Because, like, here's the thing. They're going to take a KO here, right? I promote Tynamo once again. Why would you play Latios? Whatever. I'm not worried about it. Because we could, if we get another Eelektrik or something like that, maybe we get an Ultra Ball, we can just take out Latios with Zeraora. Because I can Night Stretcher Zeraora back, put it on the bench, attach an energy, and then we can sort of make a couple of things happen with that. But we're going to go ahead and see what they do. They bench Fez again. Just wild. Because I also have Fez. I don't know what their game plan is. Maybe they boss Fez, but then again, they give me extra access to a lot of other things. I'm not going to be too upset about that at all. They are going to try and get this Eevee powered up, but that's fine. I'm not stressing that at all. Do you ever just Crown Opal again? And just hope I don't have a KO? Yeah, okay. There's a couple of things that can go right here. But we're going to use all of our options first. Maybe we draw into like an Ultra Ball, we get 2 Electrics down, and then we start, you know, doing some shenanigans. But we're going to go ahead and draw our top deck. That's fine. We're going to Fez here. And we get an Ultra Ball. Okay, good. So I think that we just have game here, right? Because now we're Night Stretcher. You have 2 retreat costs. That's a problem. That's rough. Okay. Dynamotor onto... Maybe we put it on Miraidon. Right? No, we're just going to attach it to Zeraora. Right? And then we just Ultra Ball here. We grab Nest Ball, Carmine. We grab another Eelektrik. We attach it. Let's retreat into Fez, right? And then we do this. And then we research. And we hit Prime Catcher. Oh my god, that's actually fantastic. So that's gonna be game number 1 with Miraidon. Thunder Raid KO on Fezandipiti. That's fantastic. That's what we like to see. What a beautiful game 1. What a beautiful game 1. Moving on to game number 2 with Miraidon. After game number 1, Zeraora coming in absolutely clutch, along with a Prime Catcher off of... Was it a research or Iono? I'm not really sure. I recorded that last night. By the way, today is Wednesday, so... Hydrapple video did go up today. I am a bum. I forgot to put up the thumbnail, but yeah, as of today, we hit 100 subscribers, and all of them came from the span of 2 weeks. So yeah, we got over the first hurdle, and as we keep continuing, we're going to be doing just fine. The Zeraora video has almost 5,000 views as we speak. Incredibly proud of the performance on that one. You guys ate that one up. And a couple of you guys have actually started playing that online and letting me know how that's been. And I'm so glad that I could actually bring a unique deck to the format, because that's what we're really lacking right now, is a lot of uniqueness. Speaking of which, this hand is god-awful, and I'm going to change this into something fantastic. So the Zeraora start doesn't really feel fantastic for us, but we are going to be swinging for 40 damage, 10 off of the Pidgey knockout, which kind of sucks a little bit. But they are going to attach a metal energy to Pidgey. So is this our Chaladon? Our Chaladon Pidgeot? Something like that. I'm not really too sure, because I don't know if Goldengo plays Pidgeot. I don't know if that's something, and we get 3 Nest Balls in the hand. That's fantastic. So we'll go ahead and grab Miraidon. We have 1 Miraidon in the deck, the other one's prized. That's fine. Not really too upset about that, because now we can just Nest Ball for Mew. And then we're going to Nest Ball for another Tynamo. Or Tynamo. Yeah, we'll grab a Tynamo. And then we're going to Tandem Unit. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves an Iron Hands and a Wattrel. Put those down. And I think we Ultra Ball here. Get rid of these 2, right? And then we grab the Kilowattrel, and then we just hold the hand. We'll restart for 1, because we might just get like energy. Yep, there we go. Awesome. So we'll attach that here, and then we'll pass. If we attack here, we're going to be whipping the KO, so there's really no point. So, not really too big of a good idea to attack here. I think we're just going to let them cook for a turn. Let's see what they got in store. Maybe a Rare Candy Pidgeot happens. We get a Poffin. We start seeing what's going on. But that Fezandipiti is looking less and less like a Pokemon and more like a victim as we're going through. So they just instantly call for family. Let's see what we get out here. Actually quite curious on what they're playing. If we can get a Iron Hand set up here, that'd be fantastic. Gimme Golbadoo. So it is a Goldengo, but I don't know which Goldengo they're trying to play. But either way, we're going to go ahead and rip a research. We get 1 generator and a Prime Catcher. That's not exactly what we need, but we do have a way to get what we need. So we're going to Ultra Ball away. We'll get rid of energy. No, we need that energy in hand, actually. We'll get rid of Boss and Rod. Yeah, because I need the rest of the hand right now to sort of do some magic tricks. We'll grab Eelektrik. Right. We'll attach this here. Do we ever rip the generator now? Or do we wait until we can potentially draw more generators? I think we'll... Let's put that in the discard pile, draw 3, and we would have hit both. We would have hit both. That's fantastic. Maybe we're just like that. We hit 2. No. I'm so sad. I'm actually so upset about that. That's gonna bother me. That is actually going to bother me something crazy. But That's actually gonna like be annoying. But either way, I think we just Prime Catcher up Iron the Gimme Ghoul here. We're gonna take this out, and then maybe we just Carmine next turn. Oh my god, we could have 2 prizes there, but that's fine. That's fine. Either way. Actually, we can fight Goldengo here, because we do play a lot of lightning energy. It's just a matter of can we get them. So, what did they just do there? They flipped the script. Okay. So, do they really want to give me a Badoo in the active spot when Iron Hands is just going to swing for the easiest KO of its life? Ultra Ball, Rare Candy, and Metal Energy, so they would have had a Pidgeot out this turn. Don't know why they didn't. Yeah, so the Ultra Ball away a Rare Candy to Rare Candy into Pidgeot. That's... okay. That is one of the things you can do. For sure. Now I kind of regret getting rid of Boss. Because I didn't need the Carmine. I could have used Kilowattrel to draw cards, yeah. So that was a misplay. It's fine. We can deal with that. It's not the end of the world. Maybe I draw into an Iono, the one Iono that we have actually. And then we get a little, we get some shenanigans going. But other than that, I think I just attach here, hit the Ampy very much, and then start setting up Zeraora. Or they just Iono us. That's actually not bad. I'll take an Iono here. My hand was looking kind of cheeks anyway. And we get something not terrible. This isn't bad. And they get the... okay, they have everything. They just have everything. Itchy Falling comes out. That's fine. We are, like... we have so little Pokemon search left, it's not even funny. Does this ever save us here? Yes. I think we do play 2 Zekrom. Yeah, I think it's best if we start setting up the bench a little bit more. And that's not a way to do it, but I'm not too upset. We'll attach this here. We'll save this, put it on... We'll keep that in hand. We're going to amp you very much. We're going to take 2 prizes. Yeah, I didn't have an energy to death, so it's not really too big of a deal that I couldn't do that. We did draw into our 1 Iono. So, give us have they played it? No, they haven't. So they're definitely gonna quick search for like Energy Search Pro or something. Maybe we set up Zeraora for a KO on Fez, and we just try and take a KO on something like a Duskull. That might be the play. Right, because they still have all, yeah, they have 6 prize cards to take still. So they're in a rough spot because they're gonna have to take a 2-4-6, and I just need to take 2 more KOs here, basically. I could try and bring up Fez, and then use the Fez to take out the Duskull. But if they're also planning to use the Duskull to evolve into like a Dusknoir or something, I could just wait for that to happen. Set up Zeraora, and then take the KO like that. I think that might be our best play, is just to wait for them to use Duskull, Dusclops, or Dusknoir. Unless they plan to use Dusknoir to take out Zeraora, then that could be a slight problem. But I also play a Night Stretcher that I don't... did I get rid of Night Stretcher? I think I... So, yeah. Zeraora needs to be alive. And I hope it stays that way. Because that would be bad if that got destroyed. But I think Iron Hands is going to be set... oh, there's a Dusclops. So they're not going to have a Dusknoir. That's good news. Unless they plan to use the Dusclops on the active and give me a prize card. We have a single turn to set up the Zeraora. I haven't seen more than 1 generator this entire game. There's no way all 3 are left in the prize cards. So, unless you're me. Unless you are me. So I guess we'll see what they plan to do here. They do need 5. They need 6 energy, actually. Yeah, they need 6 energy. 2 of these cards can be something other than energy. Because if they actually don't, if they don't have all 6, then they don't take a KO here, and they're leaving themselves in a very vulnerable situation. So I guess we'll find out what they got. You know, just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. How was your guys' day? Go ahead, talk to me. Leave comments. I respond to as many as I possibly can. And I also, oh, Curse Blast comes out. Okay, so we just have a turn instead of Zeraora. That's fine. There's nothing here that gets KO'd realistically by Dusclops. So I don't know what they're planning to do with this, but type shit, I guess. We are also out of Prime. Why would you put on Miraidon? Hold on, are you planning to boss up Miraidon? That's not cool. If you boss up Miraidon, like, chat. That scares me. For 1 energy is crazy. Is this just all energy? Is your entire hand energy? No, it's not. You're missing 1. Okay. Okay, so all of our generators aren't done. We just need to hit 2 here. Beautiful. I don't even know why I even, like, ask, as if it's just not going to guarantee to happen. Zeraora comes through, taking game number 2. What an insane card, unironically. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's just so good. It's so good for no reason. Why can I do that? I should not be allowed to do these things. This isn't even Miraidon. Miraidon's just the search card. Like, what? Alright, I'll catch you guys in game number 3. Moving on to game number 3. We are 2-0 with Miraidon. Or, actually, Zeraora. We are 2-0 with Zeraora. Miraidon didn't really do shit to get out Zeraora. So, hopefully, this game, we don't open up with 3 Nest Balls and 2 Ultra Balls. That would be bad. I would have accepted at least 1. At least 1 would have been cool. But, you know, we'll have to deal with the consequences of our actions as they seem fit to be done onto us. I do have the 1 Iono, so I can do something. At least I can play the game a little bit. Just a teensy-weensy bit. Maybe they open up a do and they just pass. Oh, Zeraora. Oh, am I about to meet my own creation? Do I get to see the fruits of my own labor? So we'll see what our opponent has here. Ultra Ball comes out. What do you grab here? TM Evo and Dark Energy do get taken out, and they have the Mew EX, so this isn't my list. But that Mew EX is looking very, very Zeraora-able. Reversal Energy attached to Zeraora. Surfer does get played, so they are going to be able to not restart right now. Ultra Ball comes out. Also orders Ignition for another Mew. I'm seeing 4 prizes off rip on the board. And they pass. Okay, cool. So we are gonna draw. We get a Nest Ball, which always feels fantastic. We'll Nest Ball here from Miraidon. Yeah, we'll Nest Ball here from Miraidon. We'll grab Zeraora. And I think a second Tynamo here would actually help. Or do we want a second Iron Hands? Or do we want an Iron Hands? Right? Because that's going to evolve into a single prize Zeraora. Because that's not an end Zeraora, that's just regular Zeraora. And single prize Zeraora has 120 or 130 HP. So I think that we just take... Maybe we take Wattrel and we set up Zeraora later. Let's go ahead and just run the Iono. And we get 2 generator, 2 energy. That feels great. Can we hit the energy off of this? No. Okay, so we do not have the KO with Miraidon. That's kind of what I was hoping for. I kind of banked on that a little bit too much, I'm not gonna lie. So we might get punished for that, but we do have the Kilowattrel. There's no shot, right? There's no shot. I did this. I did this. Why? Okay. I'm just gonna pretend. You know, there's actually no shot that this person has ever seen one of my videos, right? There's like no way. There's no way, because like I can't be the only one that's seen this card look useful, right? Totally. Okay. We're gonna go into Kilowattrel. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna Ultra Ball away both the energy and the Air Balloon. We're gonna grab Eelektrik. Now we're gonna Flashing Draw for 6. Get Prime Catcher. It's always great. Problem is, right? Actually, no, there is no problem. There's a way to do this. I'm gonna boss this up and take the KO with Photon Blaster. And then next turn, I'm gonna use some other jazz, some other nonsense. But either way, we are gonna be taking a prize card here. I should have loaded the energy on Iron Hands rather than gamble on the Miraidon, but you know what? It's fine because we do have a Miraidon out right now. So Photon Blaster isn't gonna be active. Photon Blaster isn't gonna be active until next turn, because I'm not gonna get Prime Catcher back. That's just not gonna happen. But that is unless we Super Rod, shuffle the deck up a little bit, hit the research. But that would be a tough ask. Shout out to this Dodrio for being good in Hisuian Zeraora V-Star, if you guys remember that deck. That deck was insane. I loved that. I think I actually have a video on it. I should have played that to Baltimore. Back in last year, I should have probably played that to Baltimore Regionals. But I stuck to my guns. I played Jump Out and I was happy with it. Okay, so now we do we have anything else? We can only Super Rod in the 1 energy. And I just don't know if that's ever worth putting back in like that just to try and get the chance of a Prime Catcher. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to attach an energy to Iron Hands. I'm going to retreat, because that's weak to Lightning, yeah. Let's go ahead and put the energy on Iron Hands. We can rip the Carmine, but do I ever just take out the Dodrio? I hope that you don't have another one. So that's your only draw support right now, aside from the 2 Mews on the bench. And I'm cool with you having a reversal energy, because you're not really going to be hitting for too much later on, but it would feel good to be able to potentially land like another generator, right? Because I can't retreat, but if you hit a generator and 2 energy, that's fine. How much energy do we have? Yeah, we definitely hit 2 here, right? Hit 1. Okay, so Iron Hand's getting set up. Slowly but surely. And I think that if we just take the KO here, we're not going to be in the spot. Because Zeraora can copy the attack. Hit for 230. And that's going to be a KO. But then we return with Iron Hands for knockout. the right play. But it is more than likely just going to be a, I'll put this up here to stall you out for a turn type deal. So the Zoroark does come out. They might be able to hit a foul play here. They do attach a Dark Energy. Are they going to Mind Jack? Do they Mind Jack here? Or do they hope to draw into another Zoroark? And then copy Voltage Burst. Right, because if they copy Voltage Burst, then I can Nest Ball for like a Tynamo or something. You know, there's a couple of things I can do here. But they are going to be playing a lot of cards right now. Zooming Draw does also come out once again. And I am kind of concerned. Just a teensy-weensy bit. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. I think that we still got this game in the bag. And could not have been better timing. Okay, so Miraidon was 3-0 for Friday's video. Congratulations to Miraidon for, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a believer. I wasn't a believer in Miraidon, but hey, sometimes all it takes is a couple of cards to sort of get yourself back on the road. So thank you guys for tuning in. Much appreciated. Once again, the support on the videos has been absolutely insane, and I very much appreciate the recent influx of people coming in and enjoying the channel. Once again, in the description, I'm going to list a couple of channels you guys should also check out. And yeah, it's been Guardian, guys. Later.